Hello, welcome back to Board Game Bananas. Here are the bananas, and today the board game is Splendor Duel. If you've seen my videos on the original board game Splendor Duel is a very similar game, but with a few key major differences which we're going to go through today. There's a lot to unpack, so let's get straight in to how to play. The setup for Splendor Duel looks like this. Shuffle each of the 3 decks individually and display 5 cards from deck 1, 4 from deck 2 and 3 from deck 3. Also, place the 25 gem tokens randomly throughout the board. You also need to prepare the 3 privilege tokens and the 4 royal cards, and you may want to keep this card handy as that's a reminder of how to win. So how do you win? Well, there are 3 ways to do so, which are all written on this card. Firstly, you can collect 20 prestige points. Secondly, you can collect 10 of the crown tokens that are on the cards. And thirdly, you can actually win by only having 10 prestige points, provided they are all within the same type of gem. The first to do either of those 3 things is the winner. At the start of each player's turn, there are 2 optional actions that can be performed. Firstly, if you have one of these privilege tokens in your hand, you can use it to buy one of the gemstones from the board. You can buy any gemstone you like from the board, except for the yellow gold ones. The second optional action is to replenish the playing board. When players have been spending their gems on buying these cards, the gems end up in this bag. When this bag is not empty, you can take the gems out of it and refill the board. You refill by starting in the middle and then working your way following the arrows that are pictured on the board. After that, you must perform any one of the 3 possible actions. One option is to take 3 gemstones from the board. Please note in that case that there should be 3 adjacent gemstones, and they could be adjacent in a row, in a column, or indeed diagonally. If you're doing that, the 3 that you take may not include one of the gold tokens. So for example, you wouldn't be able to take these 3 or these 3. You're also not allowed to take tokens that have a gap in the middle. They must be adjacent tokens. For example, you wouldn't be able to take this blue token and this black token because they're not adjacent and there's a gap in between. Another option is to take one of the gold tokens and reserve one of the cards that you will buy later on. This is the only way that you can get hold of a gold token. And gold tokens are extra valuable because they're basically used as a joker, and when you use your tokens later for buying cards, you can use a gold for being any colour that you like. You may maximum reserve 3 cards, and the only way to unreserve a card, so to speak, is by buying it. Finally, the third possible action point is of course to buy one of the cards. The price of these cards is written in the bottom corner of the card. So for example, if I wanted to buy this one, I would need 1 white token, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 black. As soon as a card has been bought or indeed reserved, another card is taken from the corresponding pile in order to replenish the marketplace. Buying cards is of course very valuable, not only for the prestige points that they may give you, which are written in the top corner, but also because buying these cards can give you a discount for all future purchases. If we take this card that I purchased moments ago, in the top corner there is a red ruby gem. This would give me a discount of 1 red token for every purchase that I want to make in the future. So let's say next go I wish to purchase this card. This would usually cost 2 red tokens and 2 black tokens, but using my discount it would be 2 black and only 1 red. So far you would be forgiven for thinking that Splendor Duel is very similar to the original Splendor. And so far you would be right. However, one major difference is that some of the cards, but not all of them, have these little symbols just below the prestige points. These symbols represent that the cards have special abilities, and a special ability could be things like taking a prestige token, it could be that you get an extra turn, or it could even be that you can steal one of the gem tokens from your opponent. These actions are performed straight away after buying the card. Some of the cards also have 1, 2 or 3 of the crowns in the top middle. Basically, crowns are the way to attract royals. When you have 3 crowns in your possession in total, one of the royals of your choice comes to visit you. When you have 6 crowns, another royal comes to visit you. And of course, when you have 10 crowns, you are the winner. You'll also notice that some of the cards, rather than having a single coloured gem in the top corner, have a symbol that looks more like this. What this means is that when you buy this card, rather than it being a specific colour already, it basically takes on the colour of a gem you've already purchased. In this case, I've already purchased a red ruby gem, so this card also becomes a red ruby gem. Once it's become a red ruby gem, it can't change to any other colour. You'll also notice that some of the cards have 2 gems in the top corner. Basically, when you buy one of these, that then gives you a discount of 2. So if I had both of these cards, I would actually have a discount of 3 red rubies. So just to recap, the objective of this game is to either collect 20 prestige points, or to collect 10 of the crowns, or indeed to collect only 10 prestige points, but all within the same coloured ruby. When you have done any of those things, you are the winner. And you do all of those things by buying the cards, and you buy the cards with the gemstones. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this game, if you've enjoyed it, how you think it compares to the original Splendor game. If you'd like to know my thoughts and opinions about Splendor Duel specifically, I do have a review video coming for that. It will probably be published next week. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. Please write me a comment down below. And take care, enjoy, and good luck.